guys, I fear I am upset. The end of this book was, we've got quite a long time to go. No way, no way, no way, no way. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Nara, and in this corner of the internet, we love to read. So if you clicked on this video, you know what we're about to do, which is a 24-hour reading challenge. I have not done one of these challenges in a while, quite a while if I'm being honest. I did one when I started my YouTube channel like a year ago. I'm really excited to film this video because I think that the best way to consume books is to binge them. And since I have a full weekend off of all of my duties, I think it is the best time to pick up these books and to actually read them. So if you don't know what a 24 reading challenge is, it is basically reading for 24 hours and seeing how many books you can read in 24 hours. However, I love sleeping and I value my sleep a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate this 24 hours in 3 days so that we can read during the day and have proper sleep, because I love sleeping, and if I don't sleep, I'm just very moody and things don't go too well. So today is Friday and we are actually starting this reading challenge quite late on a Friday, but that's fine because we have 3 whole days of reading, so we will get those 24 hours in for sure. In terms of book, I already stacked a couple of books because I do have 2 or 3 books that I haven't read yet on my TBR. We are already 2 books out of 5 that I've read, which is like, yay! Love that. And we are pretty much like the first week of January, which I'm so happy about. So I want to like keep on this amazing track and just keep on reading my TBR. And so the books that we're reading today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow are stack here of books that I might read, might pick up, who knows. I also have my Kindle, and on my Kindle I have both arcs, one that I picked on my TBR and the one that I have to read before the end of the month. So these are 2 books that I might pick up if I feel like it. I actually might pick up the arc that I need to finish before the end of this month, if I'm being honest, and maybe we can pick up something from there after. We have so many good reads in this stack. We have first In the Veins of the Drowning by Callie Cassidy, which is in my 26 books for 2026. We also have Heavenly Bodies by Imani Ariu, which is a book that I picked for my TBR, and I actually need to read this book this week because I do have an event with the author on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. We also have the 3rd book in The Ember and the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. I really want to read this book. Honestly, like I feel like I want to know what is going to happen after the cliffhanger ending that we had in book 2. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick this book. I might leave this book for maybe like a video that I could film, which would be continuing series that I am in the middle of, or we might pick it up and just, you know, go through it and see how things goes. And the last book that we have in our stack is Direbound by Sable Sorensen. This has been recommended to me by so many after I was in the Wolf King hangover. I actually didn't put it in the stack, but I do have the Night Prince on my shelves, and I also have the audiobook, so I might say just screw this little TBR and just read the Night Prince. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how things goes. So I'm gonna go and make myself a matcha, and we're gonna come back here with our matcha and start reading. We're gonna pick up our first book together and get to work. So let's do this. A little matcha, and we are so ready to read. So the first book that we're going to pick up for this reading challenge is actually going to be King of Raven by Claire Sager, which is an arc that I got, and this book comes out on January 27th. So I thought, you know what, let's read it and give you guys some thoughts about this book, see how I like it, if I would recommend it. So yeah, let's pick up King of Raven. So my Kindle says that this book is going to take me about like 8 hours to read. I think it's almost 500 pages. So I've got a long way to go, and hopefully, I hope we can pick up maybe a second book before we go to bed. So I'm gonna try and finish this book before we get to bed so that I can pick up another book and finish it tomorrow morning. So yeah, let's start King of Ravens. A couple of hours later, it is quite late if I'm being honest, and I did stop the timer a couple of times. So yeah, we are about like over 5 hours, and I am 50% in this book. And I don't even think I told you guys what the book is about. So this is actually a prequel of her trilogy called Shadows of the Tenebrous Court, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. Yeah, Shadows of the Tenebrous Court, which is a trilogy that I read last January. I actually loved and enjoyed this trilogy very much, and I had no idea we were going to get a prequel. I thought this was going to be a whole new story, a whole new world that she was going to build, but I'm really happy because I did feel so sad leaving these characters and this world. So I'm really happy to see what this book is going to bring us. And so, like I said, we are following a human woman who is actually, hi. Mocha is looking for a spot to sleep, right? Oh, okay. What was I saying? Yeah. King of Ravens is about a human woman who is actually 33 years old, which is amazing. We love older female characters. Like, I just love when we get to really see ourselves through these characters. I am personally 31 years old, so I really get excited when we get older characters. So yeah, we are following Rhiannon, who lives in a cottage with her parents and her brother, and they are living a very modest life until one day something very out of the ordinary happens, and Anna discovers that her parents actually lied to her or kept quite the secret, and she is stolen away. This king of that actually part of a bargain where they both have to get married together for a reason that you will discover in the beginning of this book. So she actually has to travel in the underworld and live with the Anciles, which are kind of fays, and things happen and she has to go through like trials in this book, which is kind of interesting because these are trials but done very differently, and I like how they are taking place. Also, I didn't mention that our female character actually has an illness and she is kind of sick, which makes it so much more interesting having like female characters that are just so fragile and so soft is just too easy of an exit. And I feel like having characters that actually have an illness, whether it's shown or not, is so much more interesting, create layers in the story. So yeah, 50% in, I am very much enjoying this book. It is already 10 o'clock, so I think that what I'm going to do is keep the timer off, wake up tomorrow early, and definitely finish it tomorrow and pick up another book. And I think I already know what we're going to pick. So I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early, and we're gonna continue. Hi everyone, it is in fact the next day. I just came back from dropping off my husband, and I actually need to drop off my car to get it fixed. I also need to pick up a couple of errands, so I got myself a coffee, of course, and we're going to continue reading right when we finish all of those things. I have like 4 hours left on King of Ravens, so as soon as we finish this, we're going to pick up our next read. But so far, honestly, I like it. I don't love it, like I'm not obsessed, but I like it. I'm enjoying it. It does have like a slow pace, so like things are not happening, but I feel like there's a lot of scheming and a lot of plot happening in the background. I also feel like the ending is going to be impressive because we know things are lurking behind and we know things are happening outside of like the bubble that we created, and I feel like this is going to be like a perfect start to a series. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I think like so far it's like a 3.75, 4 stars. But yeah, really enjoying the characters, really enjoying the side characters as well. I'm gonna do all of the things that I have to do, drink my coffee, and then have breakfast, and then we'll be back, read, finish it, and pick up another book. Okay guys, I just ate, and I'm gonna sit down for a couple of hours and try to finish King of Ravens. This is taking me a little bit longer because I feel like not a lot of things are happening. Even though like I enjoy to read, I like Claire Sager's writing, I feel like even the stakes into the trial that we are into are not so high, and I find myself not bored but like waiting for something to happen. I feel like this is more of like a romance fantasy. Like we have elements of magic, we have the unseelie world, which is the underworld, and yeah, I just feel like if you love romance and you like that little build up in a romance and you don't want to like tackle too much of like a fantasy world, this is like such a good read to start your romantasy journey. But yeah, I find myself not bored, like I said, but just waiting for something to happen. I feel like there's not enough plot for me. But yeah, let's read for a bit and we'll see. We'll see how things unfold, because this is the first book in a series, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's read for a couple of hours and definitely finish this before 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock so we can pick up another book, hopefully finish it, and start the third book. We've got quite a long time to go. Okay guys, last stretch. Let's do this. No, I'm actually shocked, guys. No way this is the ending. No, that's it? That's it? What? No way, no way, no way, no way. Criminal ending. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Criminal ending. What is this book? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need a matcha, guys. This ending was not for the faint of hearts. Honestly, shocked to my core is what I am right now. And well, I guess book 1 is done, and we are done with book 1. And let me stop this. Let me calculate because my math is not mathing, but we have 15 hours and 19 minutes left, which means it took us hours and 40 minutes to read book 1. So let's go make ourselves a matcha because I am in need of something to bring me back to life. We don't have any news on book 2. So yeah, let's make ourselves a matcha and pick up book 2. We have 15 hours and 20 minutes left, so we can definitely finish another book today because it is still 3 o'clock, almost 4 o'clock. So we have time. We're fine. We are so fine. Okay, so we did in fact make a matcha, and I gathered our next read, which is In the Veins of the Drowning by Callie Cassidy, which is one book from my 26 books for 2026. I cannot wait to read this book because so many of my mutuals were raving about it, giving it 5 stars. So I have high expectations. Also, this book is really not long. I feel like it's less than 400 pages. Oh, it's 350 pages, so I can definitely finish this book today. I also am going to my in-laws later tonight because we are watching the hockey game tonight, and I can get at least 50% of this book done before that. So let's just start. Let's just start reading. So I don't know if I told you guys about this book earlier. I don't think I did, but I did mention this book on my 26 books for 2026. I do encourage you to go and watch it so you can have an idea of all the books that I really want to read this year. Let's start in the veins of drowning. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm on chapter 14 and I can already see how much yearning they feel for each other. I just love how stuck they are with each other and how much they long for each other, even though they are both in like such difficult circumstances. But I love Theodore and I love Imogen. They're both so different, yet they match so well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this book tonight. I'm positive. Also, Imogen is so funny. Her humor is it speaks my language. Also, Agatha and Lachlan are just incredible side characters. I just love the dynamic between the four characters. I just love how the characters all have such a great relationship because they do know each other from different circumstances, and it's just amazing. I love their chemistry together. Even like friendship wise, they have such great chemistry, and I just love the banters between them. Even though it's like friendship banters, it's excellent. I love this. I'm having so much fun. I fell asleep yesterday. I was so tired, and I think you can even hear it in my voice. But yesterday, I went to my mother in law. We watched a hockey game, then went, picked up my husband, came back, took a shower, did a face mask, and fell asleep. So, we have about like 2 hours left in our book. I actually got the audiobook so that I could maybe like immersive read, and I want to finish those 2 hours in 2 hours and pick up another book because we do have about 8 hours left, so we can pick up a third book and final book. I made myself a matcha, of course, and some avo toast, so I will have some breakfast, listen and read, and we'll have our final thoughts about In the Veins of the Drowning, which I am enjoying so much. What do you mean? What do you mean this 400 pages, and even less than 400 pages, is just so freaking good? The pacing is amazing. I think the ending of this book is going to completely shatter me because I'm having too much fun and I'm like, oh, this ending is going to be it's going to be something. So let's finish In the Veins of the Drowning so we can pick up our third and last book for this challenge. So we have about 8 hours and 50 minutes. So hopefully we have 7 hours left so we can finish one last book. Let's do this. this ending is lying the rug for book two in such an amazing way. Like, I'm so excited to read book two. I don't know when book two is going to come out. I just know it's coming out this year in 2026, which I'm so happy I didn't read this book in October. I was supposed to read In the Veins of the Drowning in October, but I didn't read it. I didn't have the time. So I'm really happy I did wait. Oh my goodness, this book is so fast paced. There's no moment of rest. Always something happening. We're either in action or either like discovering something, which I absolutely love. Everything is tied up in such a good and interesting way. I feel like the ending was jaw dropping, but in a way that I'm like, I don't want to pick up book two now, but I'm happy that we get to have a book two this year. And whoa, so much emotions, so much plotting, so much scheming, a lot of things that are happening at the same time. Crazy. Like, you're expecting something and then something else come up, and then you think this is going somewhere, and then something else come up, and everything makes sense. Like, you get to have the explanation right away. And I just love how everything is threaded together, and I'm so excited to see like what's going to happen next. But yeah, we are done with book two. I don't have my phone. My phone is over there charging. Let me let me go get it and see how many hours we have left. Okay, so we do have 7 hours and 14 minutes left, and I think it's enough time to read one last book. And that book is, I think I'm going to pick up. Wait. I'm gonna drop off everything if I'm going to pick Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eriu. And the reason why I want to pick this book is because I need to read it this week anyways, because I'm going to an event with her at Joie de Livre. She is coming to Montreal, which is kind of crazy. We do not get any signings in Montreal. We don't get anything in Canada in general, but Quebec, Montreal, even worse. Like, they never come here usually. I'm so grateful for Joie de Livre for organizing this event. Honestly, chef's kiss. So I did talk about this book on my TBR video for January, and I think I also talked about it in my 26 books to read for 2026. I'm not sure. I do know that I have spoken about this book a couple of times already, so I'm really excited to pick it up. Guys, I think I'm losing my voice. 465. Oh my god, guys, I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. How am I gonna do this? If I lose my voice, we're not talking anymore. I need to make myself a tea because that's no bueno. But yeah, that is my sign to not talk about any further. If you guys want to know more about this book, look at my previous videos and you'll see me talk thoroughly about this book. So yeah, let's get started. I also have the audiobook for this book, which is so fun because I do have a couple of things to do around the house. I need to stretch, I need to do some house chores, just finish up a couple of things, I need to go for a walk, I need to do grocery shopping. So I will be picking up the audiobook right away, and we'll be back definitely later in the afternoon and read together. But I'll definitely be able to give you guys a first update, which I'm so excited. All right, see you guys soon. In a couple of seconds for you, in a couple of hours for me. Guys, I fear I am obsessed with Heavenly Bodies. I literally was listening to this book the whole day, and I am 60% in. I just already know. It's going to be a 5 stars. I just know this feeling of characters matching so well together. All of them, whether it's the main characters together, the side characters, all of the world is just so well done. I am shocked. I am shocked because I was really scared that I was going to be let down by this book, and it exceeded my expectations. And now all I want to do is finish this book because I need to know what's going to happen. Plot is absolutely insane. The magic system, insane. The world building so different than anything that I've read before. This book is is everything that I want. It's everything, and thank God, because I already have book 2 on my shelf. So if ever I need to pick it up right away, I will. But yeah, we have less than 2 hours on the timer, so the timer might go off, and we will definitely finish this book, and we'll talk about it tomorrow morning, when we are done with it, because I am not sleeping until I'm done. But I just know this is going to be a 5 stars. I have this itching feeling inside of me that is like everything is good. The writing is amazing, the plot is amazing, the world, the way this author created this world, it's like nothing else that I've read before. And I'm just like so amazed, and I'm like having so many theories about things happening and what we could expect from book 2. And I just saw that there's a book 3 coming out this year, which is. But I'm so excited, you guys. I am so excited. This is everything that I wanted to have a 5 stars in this reading challenge. And we have. I am sure we are having it. So let's finish Heavenly Bodies, and we'll talk more tomorrow. This was an absolute 5 stars. And I had a feeling about it. It was absolutely incredible. One of my favorite reads of 2026 so far. This beautiful book, this beautiful story is just everything that I wanted in a fantasy romance. And what I think I loved the most about this book is that the magic system that Imani Iriu created, the mix of Greek mythology and astrology, the blend of the gods and the fates and the love crossed stars, just made this story so magical, so whimsical. I felt so giddy reading this book. The tension between the characters, the love they have for each other. These were not told, they were shown. The way these characters act for each other, the way they are just always so protective of each other, they just root for each other. The found family in this book, I am just so giddy. I have no words, to be honest. I cannot explain the feeling that this book made me feel. It felt like I was just blown into another universe, thrown into this world, and I was just with these characters through this whole ride. And it was just the perfect romantasy for me. I am just so curious now to discover how this author actually created this world. I'm just so interested into knowing where this is going. I have so many thoughts, so many theories, so many thoughts. I am going to pick up book 2 right away. Like tonight, I'm gonna go into my bed and I'm going to immediately pick up the next book because I need to know what happens. The end of this book was. What a way to finish a reading challenge with such a banger. So, if you wanted a sign to read Heavenly Bodies, please take it as your sign and go and read it, and then come and text me because I need people to talk about this book. It was everything. It was everything to me. It was everything that I wanted, everything that I needed, and now I just need more. I just need more. I'm going to pick up book 2 and I'm going to try and pace myself. As book 3 was announced to come out in November, in my birthday month, and I don't know how I'm gonna do to wait for the next 10 months. So, yeah, amazing. 5 stars, everything to me. New favorite series, new maybe God tier. Hope this is going to go into my God tier romantasies because for first book, masterpiece. All right, you guys, this concludes our 24 reading challenge, which was quite the challenge, to be honest. Let me know what you guys would like me to film next. Would you like me to film a week in my life, or maybe how much I can read in a week? Let me guys know what you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!